Hey guys, we're going to make a quick video on the different tool paths that you're going to wind up using the most, and that's going to be your profile, your pocket, and your Vcarve. So first off, we need to create 3 circles. Okay, so each circle, we're going to run a tool path on each one. So the first circle, we're going to do we're going to use our profile. We're going to use a 1/4 inch end mill. So this one we're going to run the vectors on the outside, which the outside is going to be cutting it from the outside. So let's run that one. And then on this one, we're going to run another one, but we're going to put it on the inside, which it's going to run the bit on the inside of the circle. And the last one, we're going to run it on the circle. So when we run that, you can plainly see here all 3 circles. Granted, we've got a 2-inch circle on each one. When we look at a 3D view, it's not 3 even circles. This one's small, this one's medium, and this one's bigger. And that is because this area right here, the part of the circle that's left, is exactly 2 inches. And it cut the outside to make sure this stays as 2 inches. Now this one, we run it on the inside. So that means this inner circle is 2 inches. This right here is, we run a 1/4 inch, so that should be 1.5 inches. This one was exactly on it, which meant that the bit try to make this a little easier for y'all to understand, that this bit started right here and it run the entire circumference. So you had half of the bit on the inside and half the bit on the outside. So this circle is actually, the inside of it is going to be 1.825 inches, and the outside would be, well, I'm sorry, 1.875, and the outside would be 2.125. I believe the numbers are right. So that is exactly how the profile works, and you can choose which one you need for which job you are working on. So the next thing we're going to look at is going to be the pocket. So let's select our circle and let's go to the pocket toolpath. Now, there's 2 different ways that you can run this. Pretty much everything is going to be the same. When you cut the pocket, it's going to be just like doing the inside profile, but it's going to do everything. So we want to set this, we want to set it to cut 1.25 inches. We're going to use our end mill. We don't need a larger clearance tool because we're not running that. So there's 2 different ways you can run this, and I'm going to show you both. But when you run this toolpath, it's going to clear out everything inside that circle. Now I'm going to have to slow this down so that you can see what we're looking at. So let's move that over. And then I want to run another one. First one was set up to offset, and we're going to set the next one up for raster. Remember, if you do wind up moving something, you need to recalculate your toolpath. So we're going to run both of them, and we need to go to our 3D view. Now you can see the first one, it just goes back and forth until it gets, and then it's going to do a clearance circle all the way around it to finalize it up. Now this one is going to gradually make the circle bigger and bigger until you get to the 2 inches. The main difference that's going to wind up making is really going to be depending on what material you use. Some materials may work best with an offset cut. Some may work better with a raster cut. Also, you need to think about if your machine is not properly trimmed, then uh, whatever motions that the bit is going to make is going to show up probably in the wood if you're not going to have a very clear bottom. Uh, One thing you can do to try to help with that is to get a compression style bit. But we'll go into those bits later on. So that is how to do the pocket. Now the last one is pretty straightforward. Let's go back to our 2-inch circle. It's going to be the Vcarve. Now you can use whatever bits you have. I regularly use my 90 and my 60. We're going to run this on the 90. Now, if you run the Vcarve, you're going to have 2 circles. So what's going to happen is that your machine is going to manually change how deep the bit goes to achieve this width. Let's just for there. So you can see that this is going to create a wider path than that. So it's going to change how deep your bit goes to achieve that width. You can also do this with the profile, but the thing is, if you're going to be using something straightforward, you could probably use it with a profile. But like if you're going to use a word, let's weld this up real quick. So if you're going to use a word that's going to have different varying thicknesses, like right here versus right here, what the Vcarve is what the Vcarve toolpath is actually going to do is you can see it when we let's make this actually bigger so that it is a little bit easier to see. So the machine is actually going to change how deep the bit goes to achieve that width. So that's a quick intro into the 3 main toolpaths that you're going to wind up using. We'll try to go into the other toolpaths in a later video. I just wanted to make one for the 3 main toolpaths so beginners and stuff don't have to sit through everything just to find out exactly what they want. So don't forget to follow my channel and like this video, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks.